Good morning. We are watching Annie because it's time for a little fun family day. I tried to get the kids to watch The Sound of Music and they chose Annie instead. But they like musicals, so I'm for sure they will like The Sound of Music, but we'll see how that goes. Brian picked up a heater the other day that I'm going to take out into the studio space to see if it can get it nice and toasty out there. But I am getting a lot of feedback from you all, really enjoying the good morning chat, so that makes me really happy. I know that when I changed things up over on the main channel, it left a lot of you kind of missing the old ways of doing things, and I get that. Also, I really like to just kind of chat about things anyway, so I thought that would be a nice fit for being able to still chat things out, like a lot of homeschool related topics and a few other things, while we still, you know, move forward in our dreams and plans and stuff for the FinalCutPro family. So today I am also going to be planning a lot of tour related things with the kids. So we're just gonna sit down and try to research some places and some things that we'd like to do in the places that we have selected to go so far. The thing about planning that many things, we have never planned our whole year like this before, so this is kind of new and different for us. But I think I am up to the challenge. It doesn't have to be set in stone. We just want a nice like little starting place. So that's kind of the goal. This is the heater we got. It puts off some nice heat and gets the space, at least takes the chill off the space. So the studio is warming up, and Savannah and I are trying to find some fun things to put on the board for Christmas time. Oh, that's cute, girl. The boys are currently cleaning out their lockers. So their morning basket is their locker. And so normally I clean it out myself. But then I was thinking to myself, why? Like, if this is their space, then they can take some time and just clean it out and put in there any fresh new things that they want to add to it. Cameron and I are going to find something from the book of doing for him to do today. There's a section in here that says, become more curious. And Cameron says he's already curious. So, Savannah.
Curious. Huh? See, look, Mommy. I didn't say I was curious. I'm going to make it a sign.
Okay, so they're cleaning that out. What about this? Make up a new car game. My family took...
I've been trying. I've made one before, and I've been trying to.
Okay, what have you made?
goWageous.
Kendall, let me see yours. Kendall, you cleaned your locker out, bud. Kendall.
The ants are coming from in between the gaps in the wall.
But they come because you leave stuff out. Let's vacuum. Do you guys want hot cocoa?
I do.
Get it. Get it.
Yesterday when we were in a puppet test, I wanted to make something like from scratch, my own kind of recipe or something to eat. But they didn't have much stuff, so I thought maybe we could do it here today.
Okay, so what do you want to make?
I don't know.
So if you think of your recipe, I'll make hot cocoa. I've got cocoa and marshmallows and my little paper straws that I don't use. They're just for decoration because they melt when you use them. Do you guys like paper straws? I feel like they're the worst. I mean, I get the idea, but they're kind of the worst to use.
Pickle.
Okay, so Savannah's over here.
I'm a mother. Merry Christmas.
Aw, get it, girl. Get it, girl. This is confession time. I feel like I'm such a good homeschool mom. But last night, like, you know when you talk out all the things with your husband at night? I was like, Brian, like, I feel like I'm a really good homeschool mom, but am I a good regular mom? Because when things don't have to do with homeschool, like, I don't know. Or does that just mean that we have gotten to a point where homeschool like actually is life, so separating them just kind of doesn't happen? I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way? I feel like I do so well as long as like the homeschool hat is on, but when I have to think of just like regular mom life without learning involved, it's just not a thing.
A few days ago, like 2 weeks ago, church, we made ornaments. They were like as flat as this. We named ours, and I named mine Santina Taylor.
It's not bad, it's just squishy.
It's a little overripe, which means that we can make like banana bread.
I made a Santa ornament.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do on the other spaces. So I'm just taking a moment to think about it. Because snowflakes are a bit hard to make for me. And so I figured out maybe I could just do stars as snowflakes. And then put spiky little sides so it would look nice.
Yeah, and sometimes if there's something that you're not so like great at first, that's a good thing to practice because then you can get better, right? Okay, so we're all in here trying to figure out something to cook. And Kendall has his cookbook. Let me see your cookbook, bud. Okay, so he got this for Christmas last year. And so he reminded me that the author wrote a blog, right?
It's called The Picky Eater.
So we looked it up. So we went to The Picky Eater, and then he saw her picture at the top. So you have to scroll. There she is.
Back to back.
Which is the same as in here. It's pretty pumped about that. Okay, so now we're trying to find a recipe on her blog to start with making. I think Cameron feels some type of way because he wants to be kid chef and come up with a recipe of his own, but I told him that we have to learn basic cooking skills first. So I think we're gonna watch one of the courses on Masterclass and start with how to make dough, or we can do soups or sauces or something. But I'm trying to let him know that we need basic cooking skills first before he can take random ingredients and go and just run with it. But he kind of wants to come up with something on his own. Several hours later, and this is happening. So laying out all of our plans for school. For 2020, we're doing things a little differently, just slightly differently. It's like always evolving. So I'm getting this all together and inserting it into our Evernote. And Savannah, she just ran away, but she has her mat laid out and she is doing ballet classes. So we just finished listening to one of Misty Copeland's lessons on Masterclass. This is a bit advanced, like pretty deeply advanced, but because we have it, I have the whole library of courses for Masterclass, so I figured it would be good to just go ahead and let her listen to it. We moved over to YouTube and found a good starter, like ballet lesson for her. You better get it, girl. So I told Savannah we are preparing for an opening for the dance studio. So while we're waiting for an opening, she can go ahead and just get started by learning some things on her own. All right, are you ready? Oh, okay. Friends, we've reached the end of the day. I'm tired. Y'all know I got my robe on. It's just super cold. So anyway, Brian and I are working. Well, actually, I'm still planning homeschooling life for 2020. I don't know if I said this earlier, but this is my first time like really planning the entire year type of deal. I'm still planning in goals, but a little bit more than I normally do so that I can properly plan the tour. But anyway, Brian is working on our Falco Creative website because we are kind of pulling that back up so that we can take new business and move in the direction that we are attempting to move in. So he is working on that for me, getting that back live and making sure our portfolio links work and different ways to work with us and things. So it's kind of exciting. But there is a lot of moving pieces going on right now. I'm trying to stay connected with you guys and talk a little bit about some behind the scenes, if this is even that, of the process while planning the tour, which is basically homeschool, let me be clear. So the tour is just a major extension of homeschool. We are like home-based and we've loved that for so many years, and now the goal is just to branch out a bit more, which is different for me, it's different for us, but the kids are older and we've got stories to tell, and so we just want to find creative ways to tell them. But in that, we want to make sure that the shop is nice and ready, and the tour section of our shop is nice and ready. I want to make sure that our Patreon space is set up so that I can still move along in the insides of homeschool life, and still be connected with you guys in that way. And then make sure that the spaces that I'm going to document the journey are open and active. So as far as our blog, the vlog, and then of course for a place for our films to land, which is our main channel. I know it seems like a lot, but it is a lot. But it's all gonna work out for good. So it requires a lot of days and nights just dreaming, planning, and putting things in place. Y'all know my brand manager has been amazing. My business manager has been necessary. Mommy is our homeschool manager, the keeper of the kids. This is just the extraness that we all bring to the table. Brian, I've been trying to get him to get rid of this orange shirt for like ever.
We're not gonna talk about
yes, we're gonna talk about that shirt. I wish he would throw that shirt away. Gosh. I've tried to destroy it several times, and every time I look around, he's putting that orange t-shirt back on. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. Savannah and I did a little bit of ballet practice, and she had a lot of fun doing that. The boys, oh, let me share this before I go. So I was trying to do my homeschool plans and grabbing my books to include in our book year and stuff like that, and Cameron comes over to the our bookshelf, our little homeschool library, and he picks up the book The Dreamer, and he says to me, Mommy, can you find more books by this author, because I'd really like to read more books by her, written by her. And so Brian comes to me later and says, what kid says that? So that was nice. That was like my homeschool moment of the day to help me keep pushing forward. So I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. Brian and I are going to do dinner. We're going to finish up website things, and then we're going to hop on and record a podcast for our book club for our patron fam. So I hope you guys are enjoying these little more frequent or consistent vlogs. I have been enjoying filming them and connecting with you, so I love having you along on this journey. Most of these vlogs are going to be of me in my robe trying to work out all things business and 2020. So yeah, I'm just gonna go now. Remember to love more, dream big, take risk, and have faith, and I will see you probably tomorrow. Bye.